Hello everyone, let's do something completely unique, something that I have not done before. Well, it's not completely unique, probably people have done it in the past, but I want to do it. I want to open up these games and see what's inside. Obviously, it's mostly just an instruction manual, but let's actually look at what's inside the games. Obviously, we can just look up some footage of the game, and I will play something on screen right now. But let's actually, look at the box, look at the manual, look at what's inside, and especially the manual. And I think that's going to be the best part. I got this game from a retailer at Dutch Comic Con, and I think I paid a pretty penny for it. I paid around 60 euros for it, which it's quite a bit. But in this state, I think it's a pretty good state. Oh, there's some edges here, but I think it's great. This was actually one of my favorite games as a kid. I used to play it a lot with my friend Steph, who's also an animator, who also became an animator, a different company, but he's also an animator. But, I'm just going to take this out of the plastic, and then we can look at it together. All right, let's actually look at the backside first. And then, this stuff is in both English and French, and you used to get that a lot on PAL versions because, well, I'm in the Netherlands, so you'd expect something English and probably French, or sometimes Dutch and French. That would also happen a lot. And let's see, you can see the giant boss, and you can see the sort of like piranha plants, and there's a random screenshot of him kneeling down. And these were always screenshots from a TV, just like somebody picturing from TV. Now let's say it's cold, it's really, really cold, and you know what? It's getting colder. The whole world is being cocooned in ice and snow by the Jetty, gruesome beast with an icicle for a heart and quite appallingly bad breath. And his plan is to create a new frozen kingdom here on Earth. Thankfully, Mr. Nutz, Super Squirrel, and there's no space between Super and Squirrel, but that's fine, is about to turn up the heat. So Mr. Nutz is causing global warming. Got it. That's awesome. And obviously, here's the French version for you French people out there. I'm not gonna do that. Il fait froid. Il fait vraiment très froid. No, I'm not gonna do that. My French is terrible. I can read a little bit, but let's not do that. You can even see like the little Bart Smith sticker on there. I'm probably gonna steam that off. But what this one toy store used to do, those bastards, they if you bought a game at their store, they would put a sticker on it, so you can tell that it was bought or something. And they did it to everyone, and they didn't take no for an answer. And once I bought Ocarina of Time, Zelda Ocarina of Time for the Nintendo 64, and I bought it, and they wanted to put on a sticker there, and I actually fought them on it. So if you put the sticker on there, I will not buy this game. I will leave. And the funny thing is, I already paid. But I was not gonna leave with a sticker on it, and I didn't get a sticker on it. But I had to get really angry because they didn't want to do it, and they had to put it on the sticker. And now we're stuck with the sticker, and they were impossible to remove. As you can tell, somebody tried that and failed. Let's open that up. There's the game cartridge. First, let's look at the cartridge. That's not going to be the most interesting part, because everybody knows this. Everybody knows what they look like. Made in Japan. Yada yada yada. It's a pretty good state. Don't blow on this, by the way. It will get rusted. There we go. Never turn off the system on and off rapidly. A lot of people did that too to make it work. Don't touch it with your fingers. I just did, but well. The game puck must be cleaned regularly, and I wonder how they did that, because I don't think I ever did. But the manual is the most important part anyway, because I hope you're viewing this video in the backseat of someone's car, because that's what we did, didn't we? We bought a game, and in the backseat of the car on our way home, we would read the manual, because that's all we had. And I think, yes, okay. Well, this part is going to be French, and this part is going to be Dutch. So let's start at the Dutch, because, I can translate that for you guys. And, does he have sunglasses in his pocket? Mr. Nutz, this squirrel, has sunglasses in his pockets. That is really interesting. That is, and he's obviously angry. I don't think he has sunglasses in the game. I don't think so. I'm not going to go through all of it, but I just wanted to show you how it looked. Again, here's the story again. It's really cold, and there's the Super Squirrel again. This is basically the story that was on the back of the box as well. And here's a little bit more. First, Mr. Nutz needs to go past the deep freeze from the jetty, and he needs to kill all his... Well, it doesn't say kill, but at least he needs to defeat them, let's put it like that. Jump on them, squash them, whatever. And that is only the easy part. And finally, he needs to, well, defeat the Yeti, I guess. We got little controls there. I think it's super interesting to read everything here, but you know, they often used screenshots in the games as well, along with the artwork, so that's really cool. And well, let's see, it's just, you know, explanations on how the controls work. You can duck and then shoot, and then you will whip your tail, and they will explain all the things, how many energy you still have left, your score. I don't remember the score. Well, actually I do, but I definitely know it didn't end with a 3. So I think they cut off like 2 or 3 numbers, because I think everything went in hundreds. So, but you know, that's fine. And that's the collected coins. I actually don't know what happens when you get all the coins, because that never happened. It says here that you get extra lives at certain point levels. I'm not even sure that is the case. Often these manuals had weird errors, but it says here each time you get a perfect score by getting all the coins. If you do, then you get an extra life, although I don't think that actually happens. And it also says you get between 50 and 100 points if you defeat one of Mr. Nutz's enemies. And every time you get 500 points, you get an energy point that makes you stronger, and that is simply not true. You definitely get more points, but you definitely do not get an energy point if you defeat 5 or 10 enemies. That is nonsense. That does not happen. There's a little time bonus. Well, that would be if you have like 10 seconds left, you would refill your energy. So that'd be nonsense. But you know, that's fine. You get in a dark forest and you see, well, you're lost in the forest and there's no batteries for your lantern. You don't even have a lantern, it says. They often like put like little jokes in there. That's a lot of fun. Every shadow says fearsome enemy. You just get through the dark, and it says here, versla dingerts. But I don't know what that is. Defeat the creepies, like it says engerts, which is scary thing, like a creepy. But I think that's just a spelling error. They used to have those a lot as well. And eventually, you will run into Mr. Spider, and nobody dares to say his first name for some reason. Maybe it's Henry. I don't know. A new day. Well, actually, it says a new day because these are in the next morning or something, but those actually do only appear at night. And here we see a little house, and I really love the house. The house level. It had the witch at the end. We got the volcano. I'm not gonna go through all of it. And then there's the carnival. And yes, then phase 6 is the... Well, they didn't call it levels, they called it phases. So, level 6, and that's the Yeti itself. Got a little extra life. A little bottle that makes you invincible. Although I don't remember that bottle, so I'm not even sure if that's actually in there. Is the bottle in there? I don't think the bottle is in the game. I'm not sure. I do know there's an extra power-up where you start flying or you start swimming in the air, but that's about it. And finally, there used to be left a room for notes. See, there's a few empty pages. And the tips and hints and tips are: look at the places you least expect it. And you can jump much higher if you hold jump. And don't forget to use your tail, and don't forget to use your acorns. Also use enemies to get to higher levels. And sometimes it's better to walk, and sometimes it's better to run. Thank you, Mr. Nutz. Thank you for wonderful memories. How old do squirrels get? Is he still alive? I do not know. I'm gonna look it up. And so there we go. That's something that I wanted to do. I wanted to open up the box that I just got. Maybe I'll do it more often with games. It's just something you don't really see that often. And this one obviously was in Dutch and for French too. But maybe you got some manuals that are in English as well. It's something that I wanted to go through with you guys. It's something from my childhood. And, you know, it's just interesting. You can always look up the gameplay. But actually, like, holding the manuals and holding the box, I mean, that's something you don't really do every day. Thank you so much, guys, and see you later.